Alright folks, it's been a minute since we've been back on this study with me grind. Today's gonna be a stressful one, I'm not gonna lie. I know the ending of all these cramming videos always ends up being fine, but this one's important. This one is for the Senior Economics Departmental Exam. And if you don't know what that means, well, neither do I. So basically, a couple of weeks ago, I found out that in order to graduate, not only do we have to take an exam, but we also have to pass a 45 multiple choice question exam that covers the entirety of all the major core economics classes we've taken. Not only is it going to come right after finishing my thesis, but it's also going to come the week before finals. And in all honesty, there really is zero sense of why students need to be taking this exam in probably one of the most stressful semesters in the entirety of my college career. But nonetheless, today is Wednesday, the exam is Thursday, which means, yep, we're back at it with another studying for finals 24 hours before the exam. I will say though, I've been feeling a little bit under the weather, so I had to pick up some bottled water, of course. My allergies have been going crazy. I have a sore throat, and then worst of all, I have this huge canker sore. I don't even know if I want to show it, but so in all honesty, the odds are not really stacked in my favor, but we're gonna make this work. Alright, so the hardest part about this exam is actually going to be remembering all the material that I learned maybe junior year and definitely going to be parts of sophomore year. Since the exam is cumulative, it basically is going to cover a wide range of topics, and in all honesty, they really didn't give us too much material to prepare for. They really just said look at your old exams, but number one, who keeps your old practice exams? And number two, there are so many different professors that teach these courses. For example, my Econometrics 312 class, you guys remember how much I struggle with this. It's basically a lot of statistics and econ mixed together. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't even thought about this ever since I took the class my junior fall, so it's been over a year since I've had to learn all of this information. But basically they provided a couple of practice exams as well as the solutions, so I guess that's just gonna be the best way for me to start getting about this. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I really don't remember a lot of this stuff. Like, it would be helpful if, like, I don't know, the university provided like a comprehensive review book or offered some notes or slides. Going back and having to look at every single lecture slides for topics that probably aren't going to be covered on a departmental exam, it's just so out of pocket, bro. Princeton, like, seriously, I'm about to graduate in a week, and if I don't pass this, you're saying I don't graduate? Alright, so like I said, there are three core classes that this exam is going to cover. The first one is going to be intermediate microeconomics, which is going to be Eco 301. The second one is going to be intermediate macroeconomics, which is 302. So I basically split it up into each category that this exam is going to cover, and I'm really going to try and just go through every single one of them and try and nail down each of these topics. Alright, I'm getting out of the hotel for a little bit. I need to grab some food for lunch. There's a Panera around the corner, but there's a light drizzle right now. Also, my hair is looking very messy, but I'm gonna pick up some lunch and get back to the grind. It's also pretty chilly, but New York is looking wet and rainy. Alright, so I went to Panera, picked up half a sandwich and some soup. For some reason, my throat and my head has just been hurting. I feel a little under the weather. Obviously not optimal conditions for taking an exam, but I'm going to try and power through it, drink a lot of water, and get back to study grind. Alright, right now it is about 5 p.m. For the past couple of hours, I've been going over the practice exams and looking at the lecture notes. To be honest, like I said, this exam is going to be a little bit harder than any other exam that I've had, mostly because it's cumulative and it's going to be covering those three major topics. So even though I did divide and conquer and study each topic individually, I'm hoping that when I get to the exam, it will still be laid out, divided up into those three sections as well. Overall though, I think I'm at a pretty decent stopping point for today. As of tomorrow, I'm going to try and wake up early and get a little bit more studying done before I actually take the exam. But we are so close to the finish line. It's so hard to stay motivated right now, especially after turning in my thesis. I literally have graduation next week, and to have this comprehensive exam is really just killing my mood right now, and I'm sick. Alright, so yesterday I wrapped up my senior departmental exam. In all honesty, it was a little bit harder than I expected given the fact that it was covering a wide variety of topics. Fingers crossed that I did pass that exam so that I'm going to be able to graduate in this coming week. But now that that's out of the way, there's really only one more task I have to tackle for my classes, and that's going to be a final paper. Now this paper is for my economics of gender class. There isn't going to be a final exam, so it's going to be a little similar to how I wrote my thesis as well as my junior independent work, given the fact that the outline of the essay is very similar, that you need an introduction, a literature review, data methodology, conclusions. So far I've got a pretty good start on it, but right about now is where I'm definitely going to be using the sponsor of today's video, Grammarly, to help make sure that all my grammar is on point. Now I can't emphasize enough how important it is to make sure that not only your spelling is correct, but that you don't have any grammatical typos, and that your syntax and all your diction is going to be appropriate for the type of essay that you're writing. Especially when you're in college, you're going to be writing a ton of academic papers that are going to be a little bit different than what you've ever had to write in high school. So you definitely want to take the time to make sure that everything is well formulated, and Grammarly makes it easier than ever. Now if you've been watching the channel for a while now, you know that Grammarly is an online digital writing assistant that makes proofreading your essays so much easier. They have a free version that is super well integrated into Google Docs, so it ensures that you never have any typos or spelling mistakes that could easily cost you a couple points off on your scoring. However, it really stands out when you upgrade to the Grammarly premium version because it offers a lot more capabilities that I've actually been using a ton. As you guys can see, when I get to my Grammarly homepage, all I have to do is copy and paste it into a new document, and then I can set the goals depending on what type of audience I'm writing for. Then Grammarly is going to offer suggestions for correctness, clarity, engagement, and delivery. It's honestly been super handy, especially when I was writing my senior thesis, and especially if I'm writing a final paper for one of my classes, I'm definitely going to be checking it out in Grammarly.
They also have a ton more premium features, so if you head to the link in my description, you can actually get 20% off Grammarly Premium today.
So especially if you have any summer courses that you're going to be taking, I definitely recommend checking Grammarly out. It's honestly been a huge lifesaver for me throughout my entire time in college, and even when I graduate, I know that I'm going to be using Grammarly for any sort of documents that I'm going to have to write. I did it! I have officially submitted my last final paper. It's honestly a pretty surreal feeling. I am literally this close to being completely done with my entire undergraduate career. Whew. And wait for it. You have passed the senior comprehensive exam. Congratulations on all your hard work. Well, your boy did it. He is officially on track to graduating with Princeton's class of 2021. Honestly guys, I can't believe that my time in college is finally coming to an end. It's honestly pretty surreal. But I just want to say thank you to everyone who has supported the journey. There's going to be a huge graduation vlog coming pretty soon. And honestly guys, don't stress. Finesse. Peace.